Hi, it's Hailianna here. I'm going to be guiding you through a practice, really focusing on your flexibility today. We'll be getting into the poses pretty deeply, so let's get started. Meet me on your mat. So today we will be getting started in child's pose. So once you get onto your mat, come up onto your knees, spread them as wide as your mat, big toes touching, send your seat all the way back to your heels and walk your hands out. Option here to do diamond arms in your child's pose. This is my personal favorite way to do child's pose. It'll really give you space in the shoulders, and I don't know, it's just really lovely. Taking a few deep breaths here, resting your forehead on your mat, maybe close the eyes. Start to tune in. Notice how your body's feeling today. Notice any spots of tension. Take a deep breath in through the mouth and exit the breath out through the mouth. Just letting that quick, mouthy breath in and out. And from here, we'll continue to breathe through the nose and out through the nose. And throughout your practice today, focus on getting your inhales and exhales to be of equal length. Full breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, focus on those parts of your body that are holding tension. And attempt to soften these tensions. We'll start to get into some movement now. Lift your head up slightly off the mat and walk your hands to the right, getting a long stretch in the left seam of the body. You can rest your left palm on the top of your right hand. Spin the left shoulder down towards the mat. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gently walk your hands back to center. And as you exhale, walk your hands over to the left side now. Feeling that long stretch through the right side of your body, letting the right palm rest on the left hand. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back to center. Rest your forehead on your mat for a moment. And on your next in-breath, slowly press yourself up. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders, spreading the fingertips wide so that you can see the color of your mat between your fingers, kind of like pie slices. Curl the back toes under and make sure that your hips are directly over your knees. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. We'll be taking everything really slowly today, really noticing where we're at. On your next in-breath, broaden across the chest, shoulders glide down the back, gaze forward. Shift your weight, maybe a little more into the palms. Exhale, round through the spine. Belly dips in. Untuck the toes, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Let your tailbone sink towards the spot between your heels. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Curl the back toes under again. Give yourself a little bit of a press. And exhale, round through the spine again. Tailbone sinks back. Press your mat away from you, feeling that length in the back of your body. Along the sides underneath your shoulders. Inhale, shine your heart forward once again, curling the back toes under. And exhale, rock back. Stomach is in a high C shape. On your next in-breath, come to a neutral spine. Curl the back toes under. And with your knees bent a lot, lift your hips up and back for our first downward dog of the day. Pedal out the legs. Really get into this downward dog. Notice where you're at. We'll check in with the foundation again. Make sure that your stance is as long as it needs to be. Feet are about hips distance apart. Pressing into the mat with the first finger and thumb side of the hand. We'll bring the toes to touch now. Inhale, come up onto the tips of your toes. And exhale, bend in the left knee and send your right heel towards the mat. Feeling that really nice stretch in the back of the right leg. Inhale, come up onto your toes again. Exhale, bend in the right knee now. Left heel is sending down towards the mat. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend in the left knee. Right heel sends down towards the mat again. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bend in right knee. Left heel goes towards the mat. Inhale, come up to center again this time. Spread your feet hips distance apart. And on your exhale, send both heels towards the mat. You can still do this while keeping a bend in the knees. This will really help relieve any pressure in your low back. Bending in the knees, there's nothing wrong with that. Just prioritizing the length in the spine. A little trick I love to do is in my downward dog, when I feel like my back is really rounding, but my hamstring flexibility isn't that bad, I like to really bend in the knees and find that space in my low back, and then work towards straightening my legs. So really bend, find that length, and then work towards straightening the legs. On your next in-breath, you'll lift the right leg straight back, high to the sky. Right toes pointing down, left heel is grounding towards the mat. It's okay if it doesn't touch. Keeping really nice power through that leg, flexing the foot through all four corners. Exhale, bend the knee and step the leg through between your hands. Your foot plants between your hands. Lengthen your stance a little bit if you need to, and gently let the left knee drop towards the mat. Set up for your first low lunge, Vinyasa. Inhale your arms up and overhead, making sure that that right knee is directly over the ankle. Back toes are untucked or tucked, whatever helps you find your balance, whatever's most comfortable for you today. In this posture, you might find that your balance is a little off. If you do, really work towards scissoring the thighs towards one another. And exhale, knit the front ribs together as if you're wearing a corset. Really squeezing the low tummy up and in. Deep in-breath here. And on your out-breath, make sure that your shoulders are energetically gliding down your back, away from your ears. One more deep breath in this slow lunge. And on your exhale, place your left palm on the inside of that right foot and lift your right arm up to the sky. You're now facing your right leg with a nice easy twist. Don't forget to breathe here. If you'd like to stay here, please feel free. But if you'd also feel a little more like experimenting today, you can bend in the back left knee and reach your right arm back. Grab your toes. I promise they're there. And once you grab hold of them, instead of letting your shoulder sink forward, press your foot into your knee or into your hand and open your heart by pressing into that hand with your foot and also pulling your foot towards your booty. Your heart will open more towards the sky and you'll get a nice heart opening stretch. Full breath in and full breath out. Two more breaths here. On your next exhale, gently release the back foot down. Come forward so that your hands are framing your right foot. And step your right foot back to meet your left. So you're in your downward facing dog again. Pedal out the legs, and maybe you'll notice a difference in sides now. Maybe one leg feels a little longer than the other, and that's perfectly normal. If you'd like, you can take a child's pose here. If not, you can also take a Vinyasa, and I'll guide you through that really quick. So inhale, shift your weight so your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Really tuck the tummy in, let the tailbone sink a little more. Really engage through the stomach. Inhale fully. Shift your weight forward so your shoulders are surpassing your wrists. And exhale, lower down in one straight line. Untuck the toes, top of the feet, press into the mat, and inhale up into your upward facing dog. So your thighs are so engaged here, and you're pressing the tops of your feet into the mat so much that your thighs actually lift slightly off the mat, letting your shoulders really glide down, plug into the back, and gaze forward. On your exhale, press yourself up into your downward facing dog and pedal out the legs again. So if you're new to yoga, that's what I mean by a Vinyasa. We can do that one more time and I can show you a more modified approach, because let's be real, chaturangas are really, really hard. So you're gonna inhale from your down dog, shift your weight forward. Exhale this time, let your knees gently drop to the mat. Toes curled or uncurled, up to you. Press your weight forward so your shoulders are passing your wrists, and exhale, squeeze the elbows so they just graze the clothing on the side of your body. The goal is to lower in one line. I mean, let's be real, it's really tough, but that's the goal. And from here, when you do a modified chaturanga, I would suggest doing a cobra. So we'll do a wide one. Spread the fingers, bring your fingers up to be tented. And inhale, lift the upper body slightly, really engage through the legs, tops of the feet pressing into the mat. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, we'll do that one more time. It feels really nice. And you can do a little bit of a test. Lift your fingers. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, place your arms underneath your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Press yourself up. And meet me in downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. And we'll get ready to do the other side of our low lunge. So if you were in child's pose that whole time, I hope you had a nice, yummy, relaxing time and you're feeling your low back really just relax. I love child's pose. It's one of my favorite poses. And when you're in your downward dog, inhale, lift the left leg back straight. Foot is flexed, toes point down. Exhale, bend the knee and step it through. Foot's placed in between the hands. You can step or carry the foot if you need to. You can always kind of carry it if you need to. And exhale, lower the right knee down. As you're ready, getting set up, inhale the arms up and overhead. Low lunge on the left side. Something I'm really practicing in my teaching is mentioning the Sanskrit names of these poses. I just love the Sanskrit names. This is Anjaneyasana. I just think Sanskrit is just so beautiful, and it's just a nice little touch, I think, in teaching. Really squeeze those inner thighs towards one another if you're having trouble balancing. Plug the shoulders back in. Really squeeze those inner thighs. I know it's tough. Keeping your tummy tucked in. Being aware of your ribs so they're not jutting out. That corset cue that I used in the other side is really helpful to me. Closing the front ribs. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. One more breath in. And on your exhale, place your right palm on the inside of that left foot. Curl the back toes under or keep them untucked, up to you. And inhale the left arm up to the sky. Easy twist. Don't forget to breathe here. Being aware that the shoulders are gliding down the back and not up towards your ears. You can gaze up at the palm or down or at the side wall. And if you did it on the other side, I invite you to bend the back right knee and reach your left hand back for those toes. Really press your foot into that palm, opening your heart towards the sky. Deep breath in and deep breath out. On your next exhale, gently lower the back foot back down. Hands frame the foot and press back into your downward facing dog. And you can stay here or take a child's pose or a vinyasa. I'll take a vinyasa with you guys again, cue you through it. Whatever's most comfortable for you today, please listen to your body. There's no right or wrong in yoga. And I think that's what's beautiful about it. Inhale. Inhale, shift your weight forward into a plank pose. Exhale, gently lower the knees down. Shift your weight forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, elbows graze the side body as you lower down in one straight line. Inhale, wide cobra, hands off the mat. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, wide cobra again. Exhale, lower down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, up. And exhale, lower. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up and back into your downward facing dog again. Bend in the knees a lot. Bring your big toes to touch. Bend in the knees a lot. Gaze forward and step or hop to the front of your mat. I'm gonna walk. Just feeling like really slow today. Slow movements. Feet are hips distance apart. Toes pointing forward. Exhale, release the crown of your head to face the mat, releasing all the tension in the neck. Maybe grab opposite elbows here. And gently swing side to side. This really releases all of the tension and pressure in the low back. Just make sure that you're keeping that bend in the knees. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, we'll come up to our half lift. So fingers can be touching the mat if you've been doing yoga a long time, or you're just naturally really flexible. Maybe you just naturally can do this. Or if you're kind of like me, you can keep the knees bent a lot and keep your hands on your shins or maybe your thighs. If you have blocks, you can use those too. Place them on the highest height, whatever height is comfortable for you, and really glide the shoulders down away from the ears. Gaze to the mat. So I don't want you gazing forward or anything like that and craning the neck. Just be gentle with yourself today. Deep breath in and exhale it out. Inhale, remove the blocks if you had them, and exhale, hands on the back of the shins, slowly lower down into your forward fold again, Uttanasana. On your next in-breath, we're going to slowly roll up to standing. So really round through the spine, head's the last thing to come up. Slowly come to rise. Tadasana. Open your palms forward, hands face the front of the room. Feet are still hips distance apart. We're going to inhale, circle the arms down, around and up. Palms maybe touch, or in a wide V shape, you can have your arms. If they are in a wide V shape, I just think it gives you a lot more space in the shoulders. Inhale, stretch up, reach. And exhale, the right arm down alongside your body. Palm rests on the side of your right thigh. And reach energetically through the left fingertips for a nice side body stretch. Kind of coming back to that feel just a little bit more deeper, like the one that we did in child's pose at the beginning of the class. Inhale, come up to center again. Get tall, and exhale the left hand down alongside of the left thigh and reach through the right fingertips over to the left side of the room. Keeping that right shoulder down away from the ear. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, palms to touch down the center of your body to heart center. And we'll just check in here, seeing how you're feeling. Maybe close the eyes. Just thanking your body for what it's doing for you today? The fact that you're able to be on your mat. Inhale, softly open the eyes. Circle the arms down, around, and up. And exhale, fold over the legs. Hands can come down through prayer. Hands to the back of the shins. Release all the tension in the neck and the head. Inhale, halfway lift, however you did before. You can use the blocks. Shoulders down the back, gazing at the mat. Exhale, fold over again. On your in-breath, place your palms about shoulders width apart and step your feet back into your plank pose. You can do a Vinyasa, meet me in down dog, child's pose, whatever you feel you need today. Coming back to downward dog, inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, bend the knee, step it through. Right knee comes to where the right hand is. We're going into pigeon pose. So lower your hips down. I know a lot of, if you've been to a lot of yoga classes, they might have expressed that your shin be parallel to the top of the mat. But if your shin just doesn't get there, I encourage you to let your foot go towards the left hip. You know, that's kind of what I do. And I actually found out in my training it's a lot safer. Inhale here. And exhale, if you'd like, you can fold. Folding completely down if you like. Head can rest on your hands. You can rest your forehead on a block. Or take your hands in fists and stack them and rest your forehead on your fists. Don't forget to breathe here. We'll be staying here for 5 full breaths. Gently lift yourself up. Place your palms, shoulders distance apart. Tuck the back toes under. And lift your right leg back up to flying dog, high to the sky. Maybe bend the knee and make some circles. Draw some circles with the knee. If you're drawing circles, make sure you reverse the circles. Go the other way. And as you're ready, gently let the right toes come along the left toes. Deep breath in. And exhale out through the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, left leg goes up and back. Toes pointing down, flex through the foot. Exhale, bend the knee and set up for your left side of pigeon. So left knee near the left hand. Let your toes and foot come towards your right hip if it just naturally does. Just listening to your body today. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, fold. Folding however you did on the other side. If it just doesn't feel right, don't force it. I know in the hips we can hold a lot of tension, especially us women. We hold a lot of emotions there. invite you, if your emotions start to get hold of you, you can do whatever feels best, give in to them. If you're feeling like you need a distraction, come back to the breath. Focus on making it equal lengths, the inhale and the exhale. Two more breaths here. Gently press yourself up on your next in-breath. Fingers wide. Curl the back toes under and lift the left leg high to the sky again. Toes point down. And if you did it on the other side, bend the knee and start to draw some circles with the knee. Just really getting into the flexibility of the hip, warming them up. Reverse the circle. And on your out breath, drop the left toes down next to your right. Deep breath in here. And exhale, gently lower your knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching, and send your seat back towards your heels. Child's pose. Your arms can be in that diamond shape like we did in the beginning. With every in-breath, feeling more space in the low back. And every out-breath, feel yourself sinking deeper into the mat. As you inhale, gently press yourself up to an all-fours position. Bring your knees to the left side of your mat and let your seat sink down to the right, coming into a comfortable seat. Bring your feet to touch in front of you. We'll meet in Baddha Konasana. And be honest with yourself today. If you need your feet a little bit farther away from your groin, that's perfectly okay. I like to grab my ankles here and gently pull up. It's a nice way to find length in the spine and let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. And on your next exhale, if it feels good, you can fold. With each in-breath, get a little longer. And each out-breath, fold a little deeper. We'll take a few more breaths here. As you're ready, inhale, slowly come back up. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, you're going to twist to your right with just the upper back. Bring your left palm onto your right knee and the right hand back behind you, fingertips touching the mat, kind of like your little kickstand. And just gaze to the right side of your room. Inhale, get a little taller. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Right shoulder is plugged down and back away from the ear. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, arms up and overhead again. Get tall, come back to center. And exhale, twist your body towards the left this time. Right palm rests on left knee. Left hand is a little kickstand up on the fingertips. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, twist a little deeper. And with each in-breath, you can imagine you're getting longer, finding more length in the spine, and every exhale, twisting a little bit deeper, gazing at the left side of the room. Inhale, come back to center, arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands come down through the midline of the body through prayer, resting at heart center. Inhale, bring your hands to the outside of your knees and gently lift your knees towards one another. And we're going to slowly lower down into our shavasana pose. So extend the arms out alongside your knees. And on your out breath, slowly lower down in one straight line. Keeping a neutral spine if you can. I know it's a little tough. And once you're on the mat, set yourself up. You can extend the legs out long. Hands can come to your belly. Close the eyes for a moment. And you can take notice of your breath. Maybe it's gotten deeper since when we started. Hopefully your hips are feeling a little warmer and happy. And remember to give your body a thank you, showing a gratitude for everything that it does for you, for being able to get on your mat today and do everything that we did. Keeping the eyes closed, gently start to wiggle your fingertips and toe tips. If your hands are on your belly, start to notice the rise and fall of each breath. Outstretch your arms alongside your body, palms flat on the mat. Inhale your knees to your chest. Maybe give your knees a little bit of a squeeze. And on your out breath, extend the right leg straight down. Right palm rests on the outside of your right knee as you twist to the right side. Left arm can be in a goalpost shape or extended out alongside you. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Inhale, come back to center, both knees into the chest. Squeeze. And exhale the left leg long and down. Left palm comes to the outside of the right leg. Exhale as you twist over to your left. Having the right arm in the goalpost shape or whatever's comfortable for you. Taking a full breath in through the nose and a full breath out. Inhale, come back to center now. Both knees into the chest. You can rock side to side, giving your low back a bit of a massage. You can also take happy baby. This will be the last pose of the day. So widen your legs, grabbing the outside of your feet, and press your feet away from you. And you can rock gently side to side in happy baby too, if that feels good. Inhale fully. And exhale, knees to chest again, squeeze. Let your legs fall to the right side now. Use your forearm as a pillow. Left palm rests on the mat. And as you're ready, gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed. Palms come to touch, thumbs pressing into your heart center. Gently opening the eyes. Coming back into the room, noticing the colors. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. From my heart to yours, namaste.